Hello, hello. Today it feels a little bit like spring. I don't want to say it too loud in case it pisses down with rain, but it's a good day, so we're going to carry on attaching our paneling to our van. I've had a little bit of a dilemma in buying screws. I initially got 13mm self tappers, but they just weren't long enough to go through the wood, the carpet, and into the door, even though the ply is only like 3mm thick. So in the end, I settled on these bad boys. They are 20mm long, self-drilling, machine thread. They have these nice machined cap heads with a 4mm hex drive on them. They even came with a driver. I think these will be lovely. First of all, we're going to do the doors. The plan is to cover this hole here with the 10mm closed cell foil-backed insulation. The theory behind that is I don't want to stuff insulation in here because this is a wet area. We'll stick some of the fluffy plastic bottle insulation here, and then we shall screw on the panel. Although the door is bigger than our foil-backed insulation, we can cut it here and just put another piece butted up next to it. There.
Mm-hmm. I forgot how much I hated this sticky stuff. It just like, ugh.
Will it stretch up to cover that?
Yeah. It's not going to be stuck to anything there, but...
No, that's fine. Just kind of noticed we've got a bit here, so one can be shorter.
That was awkward.
Next stage is to put the plastic bottle insulation up.
I ripped it in half because it was originally that thick, and so I've teared it down the middle. Right, so I shall put a bit of the spray then. I swear I dream about this glue. New cam.
Beautiful. You know, it's true, you've done this before. There we go. Look at that. Professional job if ever I saw one.
Exciting times now. Shall I pass you a panel so you can measure it up?
Yes.
Ian's just measuring up, figuring out where it goes, and then he's going to figure out where he's going to put the screw. You sure it's the right side?
I think so, yeah. It seems to fit all right in here. Right, hit our first snag, which was inevitable, really. There had to be a snag. Basically, the way the panel sits, all right, on the door, the panel sits better when it's back a centimetre towards the edge. But if I put it into where it's designed to go, it hits the ramps on the bottom of this hinge. See? I wish I'd noticed this before we carpeted them, but it is what it is. So what I'm planning on doing is getting my jigsaw and putting a little, about a centimetre long groove here and here, and slide it over this hinge. That's my plan. Hopefully this doesn't ruin our panel. First fingers, Ceri. We've got to bend that forward. Actually, I can probably nibble it out with a saw, now I think about it.
Mm.
No, other way, twist it forward. Twist it down the way.
Down, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
There
go.
we go. Now we can cut it off at the other side. There we go, came off.
So scissor it,
Yeah.
pull, and then get your scissors, put it in. When you haven't got tools, people, when you haven't got tools.
Kind of worked. For the record, we do have tools, they're just all packed away and I'm lazy. Right, let's see how this fits.
Oh my God, Ian, that was a genius idea.
Oh,
Shall I come and do a close-up? Look at that, people.
that is beautiful.
Glorious.
B-E-A, beautiful. I love that. I'm very happy with that. I'm going to assume I don't need to pilot the holes, so I'm ready to put my first one in. You ready?
Yep.
Solid panel behind there, just make sure. Screw number 1 is in. Right, I've got to be kind of careful where I put the screws in because I don't want to hit any of the infrastructure in the door. I did have a look before I put the panel, put the insulation up where they were, but my memory sucks. I'll do it at the bottom actually. That's more or less in the right position.
No, it's not going in. It must not be solid there.
Sure why it's not going in.
And 2.
Let's have another go. Try first one, see if it bites. I have a funny feeling the threads are just pulling through the metal. There you go, that one's in.
Yeah, there must be something dodgy down with that bit. That's all I could think of.
I think the threads are pulling through the hole.
This will be a test.
Have to be careful with this.
Oh God, that's like pop.
I'm just popping right here. Oh, really?
This just isn't going to work, is it?
I don't know. You know, I don't think the thread's big enough on these screws. Okay, I think I need screws that aren't self-drilling, just self-tapping cap head screws. I think I need to abandon this for now. Alright, basically the problem I've encountered is, by the time I take the self-drilling head into account, let's see if I can hold it better. The problem I've encountered is, by the time I take the self-drilling head into account, there's not a lot of thread biting onto the actual door. So I need to rethink my choice in screws. The next job is assembling our shelf, because we can do that while we're waiting on getting other screws for the paneling. It's a little awkward because the way the shelf is, I've got to hold it in place and put a screw through the shelf. Maybe the middle one. Can you hold that there?
Yes.
Okay, hold that there.
Got it.
Got it tight?
Yep. As tight as I can.
Is that about right?
Yes, kind of level my top end.
Sure I don't have any gaps.
Yes, I got to admit, me asking should we do a pocket has actually turned out alright. It's one of the best jobs in the van so far, I reckon.
Yeah. These are slightly smaller ones for the back panel.
It'll be easier to light it down for that.
Yeah, it might be actually. Job done.
Right, let's tilt it around and see what it looks like, hey?
Yeah. Here's your shelf. What do you think of that?
That actually looks pretty cool.
It's pretty nifty, isn't it, actually?
Don't know how well it's picking it up on camera because of the sun. Me go around this way. There you go. Doing it sideways, I can see it better. Yeah, see? And we can...
A little carpeted pocket. Beautiful. Right, in the next exciting episode of our carpeting and paneling drama, I think the plot is finally coming to a conclusion. No word of a lie, I've bought like 6 different types of screw. 7? Maybe 8, actually, maybe 8 different types of screw now.
We're not going to run out of screws for a while, that's for sure.
No, but like 8 different types of screws to try and put these panels on, and I've hit a number of snags. The first ones, I didn't really take into account the length of the self-drilling bit on the end, on the whole thread count, or thread length, and they just weren't long enough to go through. The second ones I bought had a really good looking cap thread, but had almost like a machined thread, and didn't really grip the metal properly of the van. It was just too thin for them. The third ones I bought are decent. They're self-tappers, so I can pre-drill them and they'll go into the van nicely. And the fourth ones I bought are to make up for the fact that the third ones I tried to use made the holes too big and I couldn't actually use the self-tappers to grip onto the side of the van. All in all, it's been a bit of a nightmare, but I think we finally got a solution. Right, off camera, I've made a start on this door here. To be honest, I was just so eager to see if I could get it on that I didn't set anything up. As you can see, I've used the big, thick screws, which are primarily designed for holding like trim on and stuff like that. Because I'd used numerous thinner screws on this, it didn't work for whatever reason. The holes were too big for my useful self-tappers to actually hold. So for the back door, I'm going with these, just for uniformity. And they seem to be doing the job. Yeah, these nice thick screws do a lovely job. I've got to put quite a bit of force in them because I've made a bit of a mess of the threads. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, in prep to put this piece on, I have to pull this in and hopefully it won't pop the new screws further down. Beautiful. I need to pre-drill for these big screws because they are quite meaty. Hopefully now, when I unspring this, this will be our first panel installed.
Ooh, did it stay? Did it stay in place?
It did. Excellent. We have a panel. Alright, test fitting the second panel. Again, we've had to chop the nubbings out here to go over this, the curves on the hinge to make it a good fit. Appreciate that quite hard. I'll prepare the first screw.
Lovely.
Lovely. There we go.
Can I let go now?
Yep, you can let go now. I think about one here and about one there.
I'm glad we went with the bigger panels on the back door. It looks so neat.
It does look a lot better, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm not just saying it because it saves me doing more carpeting on the door and the metal.
You know, all the bits we bought and then decided not to use, we can probably build another bloody van.
I know.
Okay. You can go now. There we go. Right, see what it looks like with the doors closed.
Oh, wow. It's dark because we got no lights, but
What's that?
it was dark so you couldn't see it properly, but you can sort of see it, and it looked good.
Awesome. All right, let's now mount the shelf piece. I need to avoid the wiring loom, so the wiring loom here, and I think there's one over there as well. Need to avoid that. The wiring here is well out of the way. It's off offset mounts. There's a thing that runs right across here. I can put a couple of screws across here, and I can maybe put a few around the edges.
Oh God, can't you see that one?
I can just about see where it was. Here it is.
You've got better eyesight than me. I couldn't see that.
There we go.
Can I go and see if it holds? Yep.
One screw.
Yay! I feel like you don't need me today.
Yeah.
It's like a one-person job, really. Well, there's the odd bit you need me to do, but yeah. This is your forte today, mister.
Well, no. If we do well, you'll be doing the other panels, carpeting them. There you go.
Oh, I don't know if you need one there or not.
I can't see if we can probably actually, yeah.
Yeah, just in case somebody catches themselves
Yeah,
on
right.
there. This one in the corner. I don't think we need to do any in the middle.
Yeah, it's just pretty hard actually. There's no electrics down there, I don't believe. Yeah, we got a slight gap here where it's catching on this. For some reason it's not down as far as it wants to be, but it's still okay.
Yeah, we can't push it in as much as we want to push it in because of that.
I think we can live with it.
Yeah, I can live with that. Just looks like, from this angle, it looks like it's falling off, like listing forward, but it's good though.
Let's call that a success for now. It's not going anywhere, certainly.
Thumbs up.
Right. As you can see, Ceri has added some foil-backed insulation to this panel to add a bit more insulation to the door because we don't want to fill this cavity up in case it gets wet. So yeah, let's get it installed.
That one should be an easy one to do.
Don't say that.
Why am I jinxing you?
You've done it now.
Right, do you need me to put my hand there?
I don't think so.
I feel unwanted today. Hopefully there's enough. I don't know if it's going to start raining.
Don't actually think I need to do one there.
Right, we're going to call it quits here for today. Ian's just had a call out, so he's now getting ready and heading out to work. So we've panelled all of this one side. The door turned out lovely. Absolutely loving that. I'll give you a close-up now in a minute. And the door. And here's a close-up of the shelf. Absolutely love the shelf. I'm not sure what we're going to put in it yet, but to be fair, I'm loving how it's gone. It's like this door. I love this. Apart from these scratches and this bit of black paint. Oops, sorry. Wrong finger. These bits of black paint would be nice if we could touch that up, but It looks good. We've not put that panel up yet. Still not carpeted that panel and put that panel up yet, due to Ian still needing to run his cables. So that's it for this video. In the next one we will run the cable in and finish putting the boards up and hopefully make a start on boarding the ceiling. So I hope you found some of this useful, and if you did, I'm really glad, and we will catch you in the next one. See ya!